Hi. I don't know. Do you even hear me? I don't know if myself. So probably. Sometimes it is louder than I think. I do think. But let's hope it works well. But I don't like when I I like to hear myself, apparently. Okay, moving on. Satkriya is one of the most well-known kriyas, I think. Hi, someone is in here right now. In Kundalini Yoga. So I'll read a little bit about that. I should use some more light though. Yeah, I will just. Why do I not think about that beforehand? The light is good when you read it. So, anyways, it's a whole kriya. It's not just a pose. So, in Kundalini Yoga, there are certain kriyas that comes in a certain order to raise the consciousness or Kundalini. That is. So, this is just one pose that is a whole kriya in itself. So, Sat Kriya is essential to the practice of Kundalini Yoga. It's one of the few exercises that is a complete action in itself, as I said. It is a kriya that, an action or a series of actions that completes a process and has a predictable outcome. Most kriyas consist of a series of exercises that synergize. Sat Kriya can stand alone like a precious gem. Any serious student should master this kriya. A beginning student should start with 3 minutes every day. The time can be built up from that base. Okay, I should do a lot of things actually. I think I shouldn't pause like in 1 minute in and just ramble about that. But I will later, after I read this about Sat Kriya, I will talk maybe a little bit about what I'm doing. I have been doing so many things and I love all the things. That's a problem. Wow. To find space and time for each of these practices. I do yoga every day. I do at least 1 hour. Most of the practices that I do are meditative or breathing techniques that I love, but still, I really want to exceed what I do. And I don't feel that is too much. I mean, I don't try to stretch it or be perfectionistic in any way. I just feel the need to calm myself in that way. So it feels really good though. Anyways, the time can be built up from that base. Yeah, I said that. How to do Sat Kriya. There are those who show that on YouTube also. So if you want to do that instead of listening to this I read just for myself. But to read it slower than if I read it silently by myself so that I get it better. So, and also I can share it with you, I feel. So, sitting rock pose. The heels are under the sitting bones, the knees are together. In many of these practices, of course, you can adjust to where you are. I mean, what is comfortable and also health wise. I mean, it's not limited to those who are able to do whatever exercises. Kundalini yoga can be done by anyone, and you should listen and adjust to your body. But this is the main practice, like how we do it in general then. Stretch the arms over the head with elbows straight until the arms hug the sides of the head. Interlace all the fingers except the index fingers. Men cross the right thumb over the left. Women cross the left thumb over the right. Begin to chant Sat Nam with constant rhythm of about 8 times per 10 seconds. As you pull the navel in and up toward the spine, chant Sat from the navel point. Feel it as a pressure from the third chakra center with the sound Nam. Relax the belly. During Sat Kriya, we focus on the navel point motion. Pull it inward and slightly up as you say Sat. Release it with Nam. Continuing rhythmically, the root and diaphragm locks are automatically pulled. I must try. Sat. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, actually, I didn't think the root were activated unless you thought of it in this, but it is. Wow. Anyways, The steady waves of effort from the navel gradually enlist the movement of the greater abdomen, just as small rhythmical ocean waves will gently rock a large boat. The force is through the navel, but the two locks come along sympathetically. I must try it again now. A diaphragm lock also. Let's see. So, yeah, it does. Fantastic. This natural pull of the two locks as we focus through the navel creates a physiological, balance. Blood pressure is maintained evenly. Oh, I should do this a lot. Actually, I know that I talk a little bit stressful now. I have been drinking so much coffee. So that's why I sound maybe a bit. Yeah. Yogi Bhajan says this about the focus on the lock. Often, when you try to do Sat Kriya from the navel point, you incorrectly try to apply one of the locks instead of starting with the navel. If you do Sat Kriya and just apply the root lock, you temporarily raise your blood pressure. If you do Sat Kriya just with a diaphragm lock, you temporarily lower the blood pressure. Oh, interesting in itself, but okay. Actually, in Sat Kriya, the locks come from an automatic involvement. So the correct guiding statement is do Sat Kriya only from the navel point, and the two locks should become the little helpers automatically in balance. How beautiful. I mean, now I love this more than before. I really loved it before. And I used to do it also. So I should really start. I do that a lot. I want a lot of things that can't be fitted into a day. So there are so many things that I want. So sometimes neither of them get done. And this is one of the things. And it doesn't take long, like 3 minutes from the beginning, anyways. The subtle blending of the prana and apana is accomplished with each repetition of the mantra. The Bij mantra itself establishes a sattvic quality of neutrality and stillness at the navel, which allows the Kundalini to flow naturally in proportion to the individual need for physical, mental, and spiritual clarity and healing. Oh, I love this more and more. The breath regulates itself. No breath focus is necessary. The spine stays still and straight. The rhythmic concentration and relaxation produces waves of energy that circulate, energize, and heal the body. This is neither a spinal flex nor a pelvic flex. Nor a pelvic thrust. Remain firmly seated on the heels throughout the motions of this kriya. Yeah, if you are able to. The focus of the sound nam can be either at the navel point or at the brow point. I was thinking, is that nam? Oh, yeah. I always do the brow point, I think. The point where the eyebrows meet at the root of the nose, the area that corresponds to the sixth chakra. Continue it for 3 to 31 minutes. To end, inhale and gently squeeze the muscles from the buttocks all the way up along the spine. Hold it briefly as you concentrate on the area just above the top of the head. Then exhale completely. Inhale, exhale totally, and hold the breath out as you apply a firm Mahaband. Contract the lower pelvis. Lift the diaphragm, lock in the chin, and squeeze all the muscles from the buttocks up the neck. Hold the breath out for 5 to 20 seconds according to your comfort and capacity. Inhale, relax. Now I got a message. I'll check it soon. If you practice this as a complete kriya in itself, the relaxation is ideally twice the length of time as you practice the sat kriya. Yeah, always, or almost always. If practiced as part of a kriya, follow the relaxation time specified. In the beginning, practice Sat Kriya for just 3 minutes. Give your attention to perfecting the form, rhythm, and concentration to build it up in time and effect. Start with rotation cycles, 3 minutes of Sat Kriya with 2 minutes of relaxation. You just said equally length, but still. Repeat this cycle 3 to 5 times. When you build it up. Okay, I understand. Build gradually, then switch the cycles to 5 minutes Sat Kriya and 5 minutes rest. Then add 3 to 5 minutes to the Kriya time as you are comfortable and accomplished. Soon you will be able to do the entire 31 minutes. Oftentimes it's a feeling of time, but you can spend time on other things. But it's like, how do I find that space like in in the day? But I mean, it's not difficult to do and it's worth it, yeah. So interesting and so specific. All right. Rotation cycles 3 minutes is a good way to start. Okay. Anyways, to begin with, that's cool also. Satnam is the bead or seed mantra. It is small and potent. Great things grow from it. If it's not written in your destiny to be with God and know higher consciousness, this mantra engraves it in your destiny. Beautiful. Sat Kriya is to purify your being. Disease, ailment, weakness, impotency, laziness, and negativity, all improper things will leave you, says Yogi Bhajan. Wow, okay. Comments. As a Kriya, it is a process that works on all levels of your being, known and unknown, making you more capable of responding to your own subtlety and totality. Approached with patience, steadiness, and moderation, the end result is assured. If you have very little time and you wish to do a beautiful practice, make this Kriya part of your daily routine. One of the primary actions is to balance the energies of the lower triangle of chakras, the energy distribution centers, by mixing the prana and apana at the navel center. This generates a heat in the system and opens the inner channels to the upward flow and rotation of energy. The contraction of the navel and the gentle automatic pull of the mul band guide the forward projection and mixing of the chakra energies. It is excellent for digestive troubles and for transcending fears. The excellence of Sat Kriya is that all the three sisters of the lower chakras are pulled together and act in unison. The correlated action of all three centers multiplies the effect and stabilizes the changes. The main impact of this Kriya is to tone the nervous system, to calm emotional disarray, and to channel creative and sexual energies of the body. The entire sexual system is stimulated and strengthened. It relaxes and releases many phobias about sexual behavior, potency, and capacity. Those who are very distraught and disturbed mentally will be over-involved in the lower triangle. Hence, this is an excellent regular practice for them. It is a direct stimulant to the Kundalini energy to release from its dominant phase at the base of the spine by activating a reservoir of energy that is stored in the area of your body under and near the navel point. Respect the inherent power of this technique. Let the Kriya prepare the ground of your body properly so you may plant a seed of higher experience. Common mistakes made while doing the Sat Kriya. Lifting the shoulders as if doing a shoulder shrug. Moving the back as in a spinal flex rather than fixing the spine steady and letting the motion come from the navel area. Accelerating or varying the speed of the rhythm. Lowering the tone rather than keeping it steady. Feel free to correct your students verbally to correct these common mistakes made during Sat Kriya. And if the speed gets out of control, I have been in those classes actually. It have been really, really quick. Instruct the students, follow your lead. Alternate positions. An alternate hand mudra can be done in Sat Kriya. Just place the palms flat together with all the fingers pointing up. Yeah, to begin with also, because it's a very, very strong practice, This enhances the this is the next step. I mean that, because otherwise it's just one finger, yeah, or two together, yeah. Yeah, it enhances the effect. It is not usually given as a first practice or in most public classes because it increases the flow of mental energy quickly. Oh, yeah. If you have done cleaning work on your body and you have no current drug use, then this mudra is excellent to use. I think, oh wait, though, no drug use, but sugars. A person who has used drugs recently or who has degenerative damage from drug use may experience discomfort when the toxins and old drugs release, or when old emotional blocks coded in the structure of the body start to change. Satkriya can be done in celibate pose, sitting between the heels with buttocks on the ground. For a person who cannot sit there, this is one, the last here, on the heels due to knee or ankle problems, the same actions of Satkriya can be done in a cross-legged position. However, the effect will not be as strong or precise. Yeah, but also on a chair, whatever is possible, you should adjust to what you can. And also, one thing I learned in Qigong previously. Next chapter is relaxation. Actually, oh, I could hear that today. Now I need to take off my jacket. It was warm now. Suddenly, it was really, really hot. No, not really, really too much coffee. Really, really cold when I had the balcony door open, and now it's too warm. Whoa. So the relaxation, I should read that too. And to me, that is the easiest part. Everybody else that I know who have done Kundalini yoga, and I know a few that I've talked to at least, they enjoy the positions, the active asanas, but they try to like do minor relaxation, and I love that part. I mean, I love it as a combination with asanas, but still, it's in the relaxation that I feel that the effect of it really, really, it really integrates as I say it does also. But I feel it so strongly. That is the part I love the most. But yeah, I'm pretty much a kapha person, so Vata kapha. So, and that's the very important chapter. That seems to be quite a lot on that. We'll see what someone wrote now. Oh, this is so fun. Maybe I should put a link. I don't know what link though. Maybe I should put. I think this was today with this girl on the radio. She's the sweetest ever. I'm sorry I'm drifting, but I will just say this quickly. This is just the sweetest. There is this program on TV, Idol, and I will put it in here. And this girl on the sidebar here, chat. This is the radio interview with her, local. Anyway, she, Kimberly, she is such a sweetheart. And I saw that first time I did something with her. I knew certain people working at that coffee shop, went to gymnasium for music and so on. But she's the only one that I've ever said something about Idol, this to be in this program. And that was the first time. I didn't know, I hadn't ever heard her sing before or anything. And that's so fantastic. She's now on that. It starts on this. They have had this. I don't like really when they, what is it, compete like that, or someone should leave. I always get so sad. I cry when I leave. No, I feel like for everyone. But anyways, I really hold on my thumbs and toes for her though. But I don't know how it goes. But I saw that. So that's so fun. I had no clue that she was even into that, like, or anything. And she remembered that first time that I said that. And it's so cool. So now on Friday, tomorrow, is the first real live, so to speak. And she went, I have to put another one where she sings also. Let's see. Here it is. If you can see, I don't know if you are from abroad, if you can see these, but I hope. It's so fun. I mean, I work as a medium and psychic too, so. And she said, "Oh, I don't think all of this could even. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. No, it was too many. Okay, but you can Google her. Her name is said here though. Aretha Franklin. She was singing this. I think. So it was too long. You know what? I think you can see it. Yeah, I hope you can find it. Anyways, her name is said there. I think. Yeah, it was super fun though. That it so far have been going so well. I really love it. Yeah. But okay, now I should continue because I really, really want to do this. There are certain things I try to prioritize. There are certain things I really want to do. I want to write a book that have been like brewing, you could say, for at least 10 years, maybe more, maybe even since I was born. Actually, I always love to write. Not that I'm a writer like that, but it's part of my breathing, kind of. But I also have a thought of writing a book together with someone that might not be together, though we will see. But I feel like now it's really, really more of a pressure, not pressure, but a good pressure, to actually get going with that. And this, I want to do this also to be, to have this education also in yoga as a yoga teacher. I want to teach this. I want to share this because it's fantastic. It have given me so much, and I do it. I don't do it as much as I want to though yet. Again, I have been doing it, practiced it every day, but previously. So I mean the whole kriyas and such. Yeah. So that is two of the things. There were something more that I really need to do now. I've forgotten that also. I try to figure out because there are so many other things that I do. I have classes also in Wicca as well as in Medicine Wheel, the Muna Key, and tarot classes, and I have several in few of those also. What else do I do? Well, I do mediumship readings then, of course, and yeah, also tarot readings if someone wants, but and as well as what else? Well, all kinds of things I really feel, but when it comes to Ayurveda as well, if someone asks for it, and alchemic therapy, as I call it, is more like solution focus, and that is one of the things that I want to write about. Yeah, but I feel like my days, there are a few days, I almost never have a day for free. I mean, for free. All of them are for free. I love what I do. But I actually have to find a space that is, I mean, a day in the week that I mean, I take a day off because almost all the time it's like the weekend is where others are free, so I can do certain work with them. So usually I work on weekends and weeks. And so I realized that this, and also I have to plan all these things. I don't like to do certain things like in a mechanical way, as if I had a preset. When I have courses, I've done this every year for some years with a medicine wheel with people, and I mean with groups, and it differs also who they are and where they are at and what the needs seem to be and where they're interested in, because there are so many things you can go into in a year. You can't be able to get to all of the things, so it becomes a little bit differentiated. I have sort of a map, you could say, or a vague map also when it comes to the tarot and all kinds of things, but at the same time it depends on that specific group as well. So I always do the planning also anew. I never go back to a plan that I had previously. I mean, I get more experience and I learn all the time myself as well. And I love to learn as well. So there are certain things. I also keep developing myself when it comes to the witchy things, and as well as, this that I absolutely love so much, and it have helped me so much. So I want to share these things that have been crucial to my life. I mean, to even survival, as well as they are so efficient and so few know about it. Actually, there was someone at the health store the other day who was, she's afraid of, like, she didn't know really what Ayurveda is and was afraid of that. I'm also an Ayurveda therapist. And that's like interesting. And I really feel that there are so many ideas about what things are before people know what they are. So I want to, in this random way, this is actually just for myself though, reading these things, but still I want to, I want to do all the things. and I try to be in the now, and I enjoy all the things that I do, but I need to also understand that I'm one person. I can't like put myself in, doing all the things. Now I have more coffee here. I kind of have to drink it now because otherwise I will stay up all night. That's another thing. Getting all that. I mean, being an Ayurveda therapist, I should know, especially having so much Vata, air and space. I should know that these regular times of sleeping and so on, that's pretty crucial and important. But loving and to do so many things make me also, sometimes I need so much space in between things as well. Just being random and doing nothing. And so that's the last drop of coffee now. I love cold coffee. I'm like that. Some people hate it. This is cappuccino actually, but yeah. Anyway. And I've been drinking latte and whatever. So yeah. So I really have to get that on track, because then I use the times at night to just be, just do random unimportant things, watching something, I don't know, and still I never watch like anything. I find things interesting and I focus when I do things. So yeah, but for me, taking in a lot of information, being a medium and psychic, and so I truly need to what was this? Okay. Yeah, get to bed in time. That's super important. Yeah. Hey, someone is in here actually. So I'll read about relaxation. I could need that on several cups of coffee. Let's see how that goes. Chapter 10, Awakening the Consciousness. Total harmonious relaxation cures the body. To achieve this, there must be a coordination between the three facets of ourselves: body, mind, and soul. Everything also goes together for me. It's not a separation between these things that I love to do, but they are sometimes use different words. For example, in Munaki, the chakras are called navis, which means eyes, and a little bit placed and seen differently, but it's still similar and used in similar ways. But I really think that is more exact word for it, because I really think you see through the chakras as well. But anyway, okay. So and also the medicine wheel, you work through these levels of perception, who you are. You grow in understanding of that you are more than you thought you were. So, and also then you have more choices and everything. This chapter includes relaxation during yoga class, importance of relaxation, ultimate relaxation, postures for relaxation, leading a class into deep relaxation, creating the environment for deep relaxation. I should do that here at home, right? I have like a mess. my little nephew said like, "Oh, it's a flea market." Yeah, he was happy though. Yeah, coming out of deep relaxation, one teacher's guided relaxation. Oh, there's a guided relaxation here. So now I'm not relaxed, but usually I easily relax, as well as I seldom do anything that I don't love. And I think if you apply pressure on things you actually totally enjoy and feel happy doing, that doesn't do as much harm as stress that you feel like you really don't want to and still you're stressed, kind of thing. So, relaxation during yoga class. The ability to relax is essential for physical and mental well being. Relaxation is difficult for most people who tend to turn on the TV or turn to alcohol or drugs to relax. Kundalini Yoga gives people the tools to be able to truly relax. Relaxation is an important part of the rhythm of exercise and change in Kundalini Yoga. The psychological and neural state of a student is elevated after completing a Kundalini Yoga Kriya. It is a physiology of awakening and awareness. During this state, relaxation serves several functions. You may know that Kundalini is like the highest yoga, the energy yoga, for awareness, raising the Kundalini. Rejuvenating, especially the sympathetic, nervous system. Disturbing. No, I can't read now. I just don't have my glasses also. I will begin again. Relaxation serves several functions. Rejuvenating, especially the parasympathetic nervous system, distributing of prana stimulated by exercises, releasing rigid patterns of the muscles and blood flow, circulating glandular changes, centering one's emotional energies, learning how to handle stress and letting go. Memorizing the relaxation sensation, that's very important, yeah. Integrating a new pattern after an old one is broken, very important too. Creating a rhythm or pulse of energy, all of these are important. But yeah, and as stressful as I talk now, I am not usually actually, but okay. I will just continue. Simple relaxation. With beginners, especially, simple relaxation is added between exercises. Often the pattern taught by Yogi Bhajan was 1 to 3 minutes of relaxation between exercises or after a short sequence, for instance, 3 exercises. The entire Kriya and meditation would then be followed by a 10 to 15 minute deep relaxation or yogic sleep called Yoga Nidra. I love that part, yeah. In more advanced Kriyas, the use of relaxation varies greatly. Sometimes there will be no relaxation between exercises, just 10-30-second pauses. Other times we'll call for 1 or 2 15-minute yoga sleeps. I mean, I've been doing this since I love the relaxation part and the integration part. I mean, I used to do the same. I mean, you should follow the information, but the same as the length of the kriya. I used to do relaxation in between. No, I mean the length of the asana, the certain posture. I mean, these are dynamic postures where you move in them. So you do them for several minutes or so. And then the whole kriya, I also used to sleep a double length of that. I mean, not sleep, but lay down. Yeah. Just relax. So, importance of relaxation. Relaxation is difficult for most people because of subliminal level of emotional conflict or turmoil. Even as we go about our tasks, there is an inner emotive dialogue that generates patterns of anxiety, anger, hopelessness, or other self-defeating emotions. That is called commotional living. I've never heard that right. It drains the reserve energy of the nervous system and creates defenses and armoring against the discomfort. Relaxation that releases such patterns and that opens us to a new inner organization of our resources is essential. To do it effectively, we need to change the distribution of prana, the vital life force in our body, and activate systems of nerves that allow the self to reorganize patterns of being and acting. Kundalini Yoga and the transformational processes of humanology. Hi. Yeah, okay. Let me know how, but as long as you don't persecute me, I'm fine. Okay. Right? Okay. I will keep reading and then you can talk if you want, or if you want some cards in the middle of this. Or something. Okay. We rarely meet life directly. We do it through the mask of the persona. Yeah, okay. Through the maps of our mind, through the unconscious patterns of habit and attention, and through the projections of our emotions. By penetrating to the core of the pattern of commotion and relaxing into an elementary or core self, life becomes new, fresh, revitalized, lightness and hope comes into every step. So, how do you feel? Relaxed? Often we don't have to do much, we have to just be, Oh, so then others, I mean, we are affected by each other many times. So, mhm. Still, I'm drinking coffee, although I'm so speeded. I'm drinking like, I don't know how many cups of coffee today. Wow. Wow. Anyway, and I'm very sensitive to those kinds of things. Postures for relaxation. Have you done Kundalini yoga sometime? Do you know it? Or any yoga, by the way. Anyways, baby pose. This is a good posture for relaxation between yoga exercises in a set, especially after a backward bending exercise. In rock pose, rest your forehead on the ground, arms are alongside the body, palms facing up. Palms facing up? Oh, palms. I thought like the face. I thought, how would you do that, really? Oh, palms of the hand, yeah. Guru Pranam is another one. This is a variation of baby pose. The arms are stretched out on the floor in front of the head, palms together. I wonder how I used to do it. Rather that one. Okay, easy pose. Easy pose is appropriate as a brief relaxation during a set. Lightly concentrate on the brow with a relaxed breath, inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. This is not a time for long, deep breathing or mechanical breathing. And knees pulled up. This also is good if you have gases. Anyway, maybe it says so. Lying on the back with the knees pulled up and arms wrapped around the knees is a good way to relax after a forward bending exercise. And then corpse pose. Shavasana, you say, actually. Corpse pose or Shavasana is the best position for deep relaxation. Lie on the back, arms at the sides, palms facing up, ankles uncrossed. And you should also be perfectly still then. Leading a class into deep relaxation. I need to read this keep the book in a certain way because I just have light on one side anyway. I will do that. Okay, deep relaxation is not just the absence of movement, it brings profound relaxation to the physical body, allowing us to enjoy and consciously integrate the mind body changes which have been brought about during the practice of Kriya. We may sense the extension of the self through the magnetic field of the aura. Beautiful. So why are you so quiet? Is that how you relax me? Right? Oh my. I get exhausted. I get like out of breath because have been drinking so much coffee. Whew. Most people, and warm also. I should stop after this cup. Okay. Most people do not know how to relax, leading a class into deep relaxation. I do that often though, when I'm not like this speeded. Not in yoga still because I'm not yet a teacher, but in many other ways, yeah. And people used to relax a lot. So I can't do that. Into deep relaxation is an opportunity for you to teach the students how to relax. You will develop your own style and language for guiding the class into the state of deep relaxation. Following is an example of how it might sound. Now you can relax. Or maybe I first need to breathe, yeah? You may want to cover your body with a blanket or shawl to keep warm. I'm overheated, so no thanks. Lie down on your back with your arms at your sides. Rest your arms and the palms facing up. Feet are uncrossed. Close your eyes. Relax the breath. Let the belly naturally rise and fall. Let everything else go. You've done all you could and all you should. Prepare to heal, rejuvenate, relax. Let go and let God. Goddess. I need to add. Consciously instruct your body and mind to let go. Go through your body systematically and give permission for each part, limb, and cell to relax. Instruct each part of your body to lovingly release tension as you mentally say relax or release or Satnam, meaning I am truth. The teacher will bring attention to each body part, relax your feet, relax your legs, etc. The teacher may bring the student's attention to guiding the contraction of each muscle and releasing it. This is a very common practice for in all way. In all basic relaxation. I mean, this is done everywhere. I think this exact. So, next page is an example of a teacher's guidance of a class into deep relaxation. Let's see. Are you sitting there doing some magical stuff to relax me? Oh, I thought it would be like many pages, but next is chapter 11, the mind and meditation. There is just one more page. That's good because I'm so overstressed. At least I started doing this a little bit now. Okay. Creating the environment for deep relaxation. Wow, I should use this in my home, I feel. Create a safe environment for students to relax into by assuring as much as possible that there will be no interruptions or unnecessary noise. Right? If the class is being held in an environment with unavoidable noise, instruct the class to integrate that noise into their aura. Remind them that they do not have to react or resist the noise. That is also common, to just let that be a part of the experience. Like Kundalini yoga music, I love this, and my cat love it also. Choose uplifting, calm mantra music. Be aware of the particular frequency and rhythm of the mantra. Silence. If the class is being held in a calm, quiet environment, a silent relaxation can be very beneficial. Gong. Oh, I wish I had a lot of gongs. Have you done that sometime? Why don't you answer? Anyways, gong bath. I love these sounds. And also actually sing bowls and such, but gong is a specific one. The rhythmic overtones of the gong clear the aura. Yogi Bhajan says, the mind has no defense against the gong. Proper training is necessary to correctly play a gong. Yeah. Visualization. In some instances, the teacher may lead the student in a guided visualization. And there are those who call it gong yoga, by the way. Yeah. That causes to some relaxation. Some other get paranoid, like stressed out, I guess. The teacher never lies down and relaxes with the students. No. Coming out of deep relaxation, gently invite the class back to their body awareness. Breathe in and out deeply. Move your fingers and your toes. Rotate the wrists and ankles in both directions. Stretch the spine, arms overhead, and do a few cat stretches to each side. Rub the hands and the feet together. Roll back and forth a few times on the back. Have you done gong though? I get that you have done bong, yeah. No answers. You are not very communicative today. Anyways, one teacher's guided relaxation. You can relax now then. I will read this for you. Okay. Although a little speeded. Lie down on your back with your arms at your side. What are you saying something now? You're not a smoker. Okay. Have been though, or something. No. I think many combine that actually in many of, not maybe yoga too much. Personally, I feel that actually takes away. We have that in our minds. I mean, in our own capacity of the brain to release what relaxes us and give us also alternative, like let's say, experiences if we want that. But I think those kinds of things rather, dulls the senses, as well as it does not integrate them, or maybe you forget about them, or it doesn't really have the strength of experiences without added components with like I feel like that, but I haven't even tried. I mean, a lot of things though. But when it comes to one thing, I really feel a little bit curious at, but I won't do it though. I think if I'm not in a jungle with some old, very wise person, but this ayahuasca. But I think it depends very much on who does it, or yeah, me too. I mean, you can get lost in, as well as personally, I feel like my defenses weren't there previously because I've had a harsh psychosis when I was 20. It was rough and it stayed for like 10 years, maybe. I mean, it didn't stay. It took like maybe 24 hours or something before it wasn't the acute psychosis. But then it took a year or something until the boyfriend I had then said that I laughed the first time again, and I didn't know that I didn't previously, but before then I was very like giggly, but I don't know. But what happens after that was that, like, even if I didn't continue smoking, my world was like transparent, for maybe 10 years, and I didn't know at the time that I had so many things beneath the surface, so to speak. If I would have understood that, I think I wouldn't have exposed myself to that, because what it does is that it can take away your natural defenses. Sometimes good, but it's better to do it in a very, careful manner, which I do in whatever practice I do, even without any substances. Let's say always without any substances, but I mean, I'm very gentle and very careful since I've had those experiences. And people who haven't had those, they may sometimes do these weekend courses. I don't know, trying to push through defense. I don't know what they are doing, but sometimes that is also quite dangerous. Yeah, it can hurt people as much as it can. It can help some, maybe. I recently heard this weird thing. What is that? What is that? This word you say? I don't know even what that word means. But it can ruin if it's done too much. I thought you just do that very, like, not a lot. I mean, I thought it was like something you do once a year at the most, or maybe just one time, and then it have given you some new direction or experience. Oh, so okay. Yeah, because you also throw up a lot, right? Some people do, at least I feel. But anyway, yeah, when it comes to um, all kinds of practices in this field, you should be very, very careful. I may be too careful though. I take it very gradual, very slow, and remind everyone to don't push, to take their time, and sometimes maybe because I'm way too open in a way, I've always been, and that is one other thing that actually didn't benefit me in that case. I was also so open then. It was not like I was too closed off in a sense, but certain things I was not aware of though, and that came. I mean, it came in like a nightmare, you could say, instead. And so, since I didn't have any defenses, and it took so long time, I mean, a lot of time to, when you are out walking or you look at everything and it's transparent, and even the like the road you walk on or anything is like transparent. So you think about it every step because you can easily like fall through. It feels like, since that's what you see, everything is transparent. So it was not like I forgot that any time during those first like 10 years after that, like until I was about 30 or something. The world started to become solid. Actually, when I practiced witchcraft, that is when on those journeys at the beginning, or Wicca then, I learned how to, I think also because I trusted it so much and I knew the other things that I tried to do to get in balance didn't work well or not. Yeah, they actually made me feel worse. Like talking about bad things does not oftentimes make you feel very good. So when I did those journeying things, you could say, I was so lost. I don't think even they understood, the teachers I had at the time. I don't think they understood how wild those things were for me, because that was like beginning stuff that others may not have reacted like that on or with or towards or whatever. Anyway, so I just hoped every time that, hope I get back, or I just followed along, and every time I gradually integrated more and more into my body, I felt. So other people want to like have extraordinary or out of body whatever experiences when learning those kinds of things, I feel. But to me, I mean, I didn't actually search for what I experienced, but what happened was that I more so became solid in my body. So I think I would never had managed well if I didn't learn those techniques, although they were meant to like open your consciousness in a sense. Mine were, I mean, I just, every time I came back deeper into myself. So it was truly healing to me. So yeah. And after that stopped, since I learned how to get back into myself, so to speak. Then the world became solid again. But now I can choose whatever I prefer, let's say. And that's the best place to be. So anyway. I speak like that. So yeah. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. There are so many fun things to do. What do you do? I've never asked you, have I? Are you a murderer? I'm just because of your name. No, but what do you work with? I've never asked that for all those years with you on here. I've never once, I think, asked that. Did I? I want to know if you want to share. Yeah, I know. And still I have half of a cup, more here. Soon I will not be able to speak. I don't need, previously people didn't understand that, because I also think this is I have low, sorry, low or slow metabolism, which means that I get affected very, very much by anything, like medicine, anything. I get this hyper effect. Even when it came to hashish, like I experienced it wild, like others described LSD or something. I was like walking few meters up, above the ground. My experiences with that were wild. Others were like maybe a little bit sleepier, or I don't know, didn't have the same experiences that I did. And I love that to begin with. Yes, very much so, especially out in nature. I felt so much better than when it became like a habit, and it just numbed the whole life, like around me especially. But yeah, but I've had really good experiences of that. And also my first husband, he smoked from, I don't think now he got he's 20 years older than me, and he got a stroke some years ago. I mean, he's as he was, but he stopped smoking then, and now he's like 73 then. Yeah. And but he feels the same, and he feels like younger than me. We are best friends forever, and I love him so much. But anyways, since he was maybe 16 or something, till he was, yeah, a couple of years ago. So what was I going to say about that then? Yeah, when I was married to him, I once thought that, oh, I should actually see how I react to this now. How stupid idea even. But so once he was like in the shower or something. I had moved here because I was sick and everything, but he was here where I lived. And then I stole a little bit from him, and no, I didn't steal it. I said it to him afterwards, and I mean, he would have given it. But anyways, but I just wanted to see how I reacted because it was so long ago, and I really thought that I would maybe. I just took a little bit just to see what happened to me, like when he was in there showering, and I felt so good. I felt like perfect. I felt like as good as I did at the beginning. But I know I'm way too sensitive to do any of these things. But anyway, so that was bad. I wish that not that I long for it or anything, but I wish almost that the last thing I experienced was bad because after that it was many years ago though. So, but anyways, I kind of wish that would have been a bad experience, but it was super good though. Yeah. And coffee, by the way, also my best friend Matthias, when I was at his place first times when he saw me on coffee, I mean, I could just drink a half little cup of coffee and I started to giggle. I mean, so that my tears, like, I mean, just out of my mind. I do that still. If I'm out of now, I've been drinking coffee for weeks every day. I used to not do that, but not this much as today. You'll see. I always got knocked out by hash melting into sofa. So but yeah, people get like that. I get almost, I'm like different because also when I took amphetamine, I almost died even from that because I didn't understand the things that I have so low metabolism. So everything gets so much more to me than others. So on that, I became slow. I mean, my mind was very awake and active for days on end. Let's say I couldn't even drink water. It was very bad. But anyways, I was happy kind of. But and that was also when I was way younger. But the thing is, I got like totally like that, relaxed. I mean, my body was like knocked out, sort of. I was not like others used to become almost. Maybe it was the other things added to it or something. But other people around, they were like, you know, wanted to do a lot of things and be active in that. Not me. So I get more active on the other things that should be downer, let's say. Yeah. And also I want to do a lot of things to just not space out too far. I want to talk and sing and do stuff like that. Was as I used to do. It used to be long ago. Oh, good. Yeah, my bonus kid, the love of my life, I almost said, but I love him not like that. But I mean, I love him as a person. He's wonderful. He have been addicted to amphetamines and stuff for a long time now. It have been going well. I think for him like a couple of years. He got some treatment, and I'm so happy for him though. I mean, yeah, good to not get addicted to stuff, right? Yeah, and especially him. I hope he will be very happy in his life. So anyway, yeah, I'm very anti drugs around myself. I mean, it's not that I judge people and I care really what others do, but if I should have it right beside me, like for example, I would not be together with a partner who took drugs or anything like that. And people have been really mad at me for that. I mean, people that I got in touch with that are more like free on that, they have been like angry. I mean, why should they care if I don't want it around me? If they want it, I don't care. So anyways, coffee. I just started to, if I drank a little bit of coffee, people didn't think this was like real, but I got all like sometimes also on hash then at the beginning, you can get those crazy giggles. But on coffee, yeah, I was so, so the tears just, what is the word for that? Not like even pouring, they were just like, I mean, out of laughter, you know, just, yeah. and I couldn't stop. That was my common thing, and still is. If I'm out of coffee for like a week and then I drink coffee, I start to like laugh like crazy after a bit when it like hits me. Let's say, yeah, yeah. I think coffee ruins me a bit. I love it though. So now I should do the relaxation thing for you. Let's see how it goes. It's the wrong day for this. Like mushrooms, giggles. I don't know those though. I've never done mushrooms. I'm a little bit not scared of those. I'm not scared of anything anymore. I don't think actually. I don't think I'm scared of anything. But I didn't know that about mushrooms actually. That it gave giggles. I've never heard it. I've never actually talked too much with people who have taken it, but it's good in the sense that it's out there to be found in the woods. Just we have a lot of those mushrooms here, I think. Now the last of the coffee is done. So coffee have after 6 hours, half of it is gone, and now it's 2 o'clock here on. I mean, a.m. No, I mean p.m. And so after 12 hours, it's gone. So I probably will be up until 2 tonight. Then I can't sleep on coffee. I mean, really. They have found the natural ones. Are they though? Are they really? Isn't that they are very psychotic though? I mean, my world isn't psychotic, I wouldn't say, but it's wild as it is though. So I think mushrooms would be a very bad idea for someone like me. Hashes is like, or marijuana though, is like pretty natural too. I don't think ever actually I've tried marijuana only. I think that's much lighter and maybe that would be better. So. Okay. Not the manufactured strong ones. So share about your experience. First, we should relax. I will do the relaxation here and then you can share that. Okay. Very speeded relaxation. One teacher's guided relaxation. Lie down on your back with your arms at your sides on the ground or floor if you're indoors. Lab things are dodgy. Yeah, every lab things, a lot of them. Latest years. Yeah. Okay, do what I say now. Forcefully, she said. Rest the arms with the palms facing up. Close your eyes. Relax the breath. Let everything else go. And then I have some ideas. Sorry, I just mess it up now. But when people said like, and let your breath, it said like rise and fall. I'm not like, what is the word for that? Not authentic. Yeah, I'm authentic, but is the word for the other thing. Autistic is what I meant. Like, yes, mistress. Good. Yeah. I used to like think of everything in a factual sense. So if people said like, and you lose your arms, I saw they were chopped off. Like, I mean, I couldn't do relaxations that others said because they didn't understand my brain. It was like in that autistic way before. Now it's not, luckily, but it was, or maybe not as autistic. I think it was more like a childlike reaction. Children are oftentimes very specific in that sense, not like symbolic. So when it comes to this, I just, when it said let everything else go, I always wanted to say prevent certain things from let go. Never mind, I have such a bad humor as well. So moving on. All right, do what I said. And now I will continue. You've done all you could and all you should. Prepare to heal, rejuvenate, relax, let go, and let Goddess. Consciously instruct your body and mind to be able to let go. Go through your body systematically and give permission to each limb and cell. I mean, I can't read. To relax. Bring each part to alert by contracting it, squeezing it tightly for a moment, and with love release the tension as you mentally say, relax. Really, I mean, bring each part to alert. You don't want to alert it when you, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Start with the feet. Feet relax. I want to say it in a mistress way, being like super sharp, like, but that's not a good one. Maybe for you, maybe relax then. Okay, moving on. Ankles relax. Calves relax. And then I see some calves jumping around, relax. No, I don't know. Knees relax. Thighs relax. Back of the legs relax. Hips and buttocks relax. Pelvis relax. Fingers and hands relax. Wrist relax. Forearms relax. Elbows relax. Upper arms relax. Shoulders relax. Shoulders and neck begin to relax. Neck relax. Muscles all the way down the spine and back relax. All the muscles of the back relax. Buttocks, navel point, and belly relax. Chest and ribs relax. Squeeze the face like a prune, relax afterwards. And I shouldn't have said that quickly. Someone else is in here actually. We're there too. You are too. Click the tongue several times, relax. What do they mean? Like that, yeah? Maybe. Press the lips tightly and then relax. Squeeze the eyelids closed and relax. Face and head relax. Now let the healing gaze of your inner eye and heart bless each inner organ and gland and give permission for what do I say? For even deeper relaxation. I'm so sorry. To heal, to rejuvenate, to lighten, to brighten, to heighten the glow of each cell and open the flow of life to all. Freely. Now, lungs relax. Heart relax. Thymus and the entire immune system relax. Stomach, intestines, rectum relax. Pancreas relax. Both kidneys relax. Adrenals reserve of inner flow. Inner fire. Relax. Spleen relax. Liver, the great cleanser, purifier, storehouse, relax. Rejuvenate, heal. Sex organs relax. Thyroid and parathyroid relax. Upper glands of the brain, pituitary, pineal, relax. The brain itself relax. All thoughts flow smoothly, relax. Good thoughts, healthy, happy, and holy. Let go and let Goddess. or God if you prefer. Yeah. Now let the entire spine relax, bathe in the inner light and energy. Begin at the base of the spine. Feel a wave-like ripple relax from the spine throughout the regions of the body. All the zones of creativity and sexuality relax, flow, connect. With the body relaxed, consciously and unconsciously, breathing rhythmically, smoothly, deeper and deeper. With each breath, leave the physical body to heal, to rejuvenate, to rest. Become light, weightless, as if you could freely rise in a mental body and float a few feet above the physical, looking down to see it is safe, healing deeply relaxed. Listen to the music and let yourself go to any radiant, ecstatic place. You must imagine the music here. Be blessed. Where every promise to Goddess, is fulfilled. Or from, yeah, who knows. A timeless place, relaxed, complete, radiant, peaceful. I would have to change this though, actually. But anyways, that was the end, I think. It says, oh, I should have some time of silence here. Sorry. Mm-hmm. So after some time of silence, I will do this in a better way next time. So in a real way, I just tried it now. Come back to full body awareness. Inhale deeply and stretch the arms up. Exhale, rotate wrists and ankles. Rub the palms and soles of the feet together vigorously. Hold your knees onto the chest and rock back and forth to the length of the spine several times. Sit up and stretch the arms up. Shake the hands and arms. Oh, I need to move my spine to the other. I have to, sit in a certain not comfortable position to read because it's too dark if I look at in the other direction. So are you still there or fall asleep? Actually, I think this is a very somewhat for someone as sensitive as me, the whole lift up from your body part. I think that is more so a practice to, to astral traveling or beginning, Maybe you did travel somewhere now. Someone else is here also. Oh, it was it though? But I wanted to say it like this, since you said like, yes, mistress. I wanted to say it like, in a different way. Feet relax, ankles relax. Like more harsh than that. That would have been fun. I must try that on someone. Like command that relaxation. Maybe some people need that. I mean, really. Maybe people would enjoy. People have a very hard time relaxing. I mean, now I'm almost going to sexual things, but I don't mean to. I'm just, my mind is going everywhere. Yeah, I like that. No, yeah, like here you get a whip relaxation. You could say, even if I don't use an actual whip, then I mean, I can whip people with my words. People say, or I mean, yeah, people who feel that they are not allowed to relax. I mean, that this is maybe the fact why some people enjoy that in that sexual sense, because they don't allow themselves really to enjoy unless, I don't know. I'm just pondering here. I don't have to have a psychology around that, but maybe it's like because it could be. I feel when it comes to relaxation overall, like some people who don't. It's like anorexic people, I lived at the anorexia center for like 2 years. I was not anorectic, but I met a few of those. I had other eating disorders, but sugars mainly, like addicted still. But they were like, when they get like commandments sort of that they should eat that or this, they wanted to allow themselves to eat, but their minds were like not allowing them to, like, let's say. So it was a relaxation for them that someone else took over and commanded them what to do. And that will be the same way for people who don't feel that they have the right to relax, like, or yeah, forced relaxation could be a whole new area. Maybe I should write a book about that. Yeah, I have enough to do, so maybe not, but I think maybe it works actually when I think about if I were doing. I love, for example, when it comes to ASMR, as this channel also is called, although I don't do it. I love when people do quick ASMR. When it's too slow, my brain get bored. I can't deal with that. And if they just do sounds and no interesting topic, that also makes me super bored. It have to say something as well. I mean, I need my brain to be engaged for it to give me that effect. So I think maybe for myself that could work. I mean, if I think about it. Yeah, I think even because that one other thing that relaxes people is laughter or humor if you have fun. So that would be not like in a in a commanding way like military. I just started watching something on our Swedish programs you could search. It's called, I think we have enough brainwashing here, but it says like Russia to brainwash the people. And they had like 6-year-olds doing military or patriotic training with weapons and stuff. What? Anyways, I don't know how true everything is about that, but I just feel like why did that even come into play? But I got nice crown tingles listening to you. Oh, lovely. Because oftentimes when I listen to general documentaries, what I meant with the whole children and everything, they were very harsh to them. I mean, needingly, so they don't point the weapons in all kind of directions. But anyways, I mean like harsh in a, because that sounds so odd or so backwards. So you would start to feel that it was like a joke, right? And that relaxes you in itself. I think I would find it fun if people said like, and I would probably obey. I wouldn't dare not to if they say, "Wow, yeah, relax your calves," and then I see those jumping calves around. Yeah, how good. And when people talk with a normal voice, especially in documentary, and I have this thing. There was this. I will put a link to it. This sound very weird, but when it's a little bit, I don't like these brutal things. But this one I found the other day is sort of, I mean, it's not scary. I think it's not, but it's rather sweet, maybe. But let's see if I can find it. Oh, it's not here, by the way. I need to find. What was it called now? It's on another channel. What is it called? It's called Vampire. I think it was just recent. Some ASMR did, and it was so relaxing to me. I just loved it. Not only relaxing. I like it. I mean, whoa! What happened here? Suddenly, Twitter. Here, I found it. It's it's more the way she talked and so on, but combine a combination of, I don't know, not the scary part, but it's more the I don't know. It engages something that I like. It seems this one, yeah, and not everyone does. I mean, it takes a lot for me to. Not a lot. I get tingles, as I said, from when they, especially when they interview people, and especially actually, this sounds not good, but when it's like documentaries that are about, I mean, maybe detective things or stuff like that, like or I don't know, maybe they talk differently in those when they interview people, if that have been like horrible things happening. It sounds weird, this, but the whole way they speak, or maybe it's like that they are all the documentaries. I don't know. The interviews mainly give me tingles usually. Maybe you are a bit submissive, so you like to give another permission to instruct you. Might help relaxation. I don't know. I think I'm rather dominant actually, but it depends on what way. I mean, obviously. Generally, I am way too much, I feel. Actually, I don't feel that, by the way, but I mean, others seem to think I am because they can't control me, and that is disturbing, right? I have never experienced that, though, that I have been submissive, actually. Really. But maybe that's something I have yet to explore. But I'm more so the other way around, I feel like a person generally. But I mean, that's common also when it comes to, I won't talk like sex stuff here, but when it comes to, why not, by the way, but then again, I should keep some professionalism. But I mean, but then again, I feel like that is a subject like every other subject. It's like when people talk about that as something like dirty, depends how. I mean, yeah, but I mean, to me, that is a part of life that is as holy as every other part of life. So to me, it's nothing like in that sense. But anyway, so generally those who have a lot of responsibilities and are very like commanding or authoritative in their real everyday lives, they used to be the ones being more submissive, as far as I understand it. So yeah, I think also so. And maybe that's good to embrace all of it. And I have not ever been very submissive, and I don't feel like, I mean, in everyday life, I now mean, I don't feel drawn to being that way generally, in like, yeah, in other ways, at least to say that. Yeah, but yeah, I think that's true. Many are both. Yeah, and I think that's also seems balanced, right? I mean, I think it's also have very much to do, obviously it have very much to do with trust, and I don't easily trust. So I don't know if I now on in life, I mean, I do trust myself, and I trust the spirits, that I trust, because they have always given me like excellent and exact advice. So I think they look after me. Yeah. But aside from that, I don't trust. And I can't see me doing that, because I have this kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, but to me, it's not like I can trust people to a certain degree, but much less, I guess, than others do, anyways. But I don't feel a need to actually. But if for it to be submissive in any kind of way, you kind of need to, I guess. I don't think it's impossible for me to trust. I don't think, but it takes very much for me to do so. And it's not so much about if someone like lies, it's rather to trust the person's being. That is what I look for. I mean, if people have lied about certain, I mean, if they constantly do, that's weird. But I mean, otherwise, it's not like that doesn't, that makes me wonder why, of course, if people do, what's up with that. But it's not like, that can be any kind of reasons. That doesn't have to be something they want to like con you with all the time. It could be like other defenses or whatever. So, but to me, trust comes down to, people don't even think like this, but I do. I think like, what I mean with trusting someone is like, I trust they won't kill me. That is my like what do you say, like yeah, how I define trust. And even that, it's not everyone I trust. I keep very much people at way far than arm's length stretch. You know, I'm very, very, very. I try to invite people close to my life, but still, I I keep a watchful eye, let's say, or three, the third eye mostly. No, I don't check in on people like that in a psychic sense, but I get to know when. Well, I would hope so. What do you mean? You would hope so. What do you mean you would hope? But it feels like it's strange though when people talk about trust, but because they have a whole other scale than I do. That's what I think when I meet people. Okay, you know, are you? And I don't think people are generally. I mean, that seems super self-centered to believe that people want to harm you all the time. But I mean, I have to like think about, okay, how trustworthy, how loyal are you? First of all, to yourself, not the least. How much could you be pressured? How much could you be bribed? How much could you? Who could get to you? Like sort of. I mean, you have to think on like in the other. I mean, in lines backward, like around people, because yeah, I guess I've met a lot of stuff. So therefore, I'm. But also, I'm not afraid. That's a good thing. Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, also, these shootings today, there were in 12 hours, three people were dead. In this month, 12 people have been shot. Foxtrot, what? By the way, I mean just the name. It sounds like a very weird name for. Never mind that. But anyways, so many people. Someone left. It's only you left here now. Apparently, I understand them. It says yoga pod or something. Wow. Anyways, so yoga means like also integration or connection. Like, so I think this is a yoga pod though. But anyway, a very speeded one. Yeah, I mean, I thought about that because I feel like, oh, those who live down there. I mean, it could happen everywhere. It's spread, but here in Sweden, I mean, that's wild. I mean, one would they are so young as well, and two shot and one in an explosion. Woman, 25 years old or something, or young she was, like in 12 hours here. What's going on? And anyways, I also think about the other agenda, you know, that may exist. So I kind of keep this in mind when I get like news like that. I wonder, well, who could benefit from this happening around? Like, could there be an agenda, behind this, so to speak, not from those who shoot people, but from hi, someone else is coming in, but from like you know uh, those who run the show behind the backers and stuff. No, but yeah, I wonder about that sometimes. But anyways, I'm not afraid of that because I thought about that. I wish it won't happen to others, but myself, I have no. I mean, I don't wish it happened to anyone, and I don't want to like make it a minor thing. But if I go out and let's say get shot, that wouldn't seem to me like a super bad thing. I mean, I want to live, yeah. I don't want to get shot, and especially not get like hurt. I mean, if you die, then you. I think we. I mean, I kind of know we continue, so I don't. It's just leaving this body behind, then. So Sweden was one of the safest countries in the world before. Yeah, this is extreme. I mean, three young deaths, like murdered around that close area around Stockholm as well, and also or Uppsala as well, but and also I mean in that short amount of time, this seems like a war zone. I don't want to. seem extreme in that even, but because you don't even care. This was maybe more extreme than usually, and I don't usually even watch news, but even I reacted. I mean, we are so used to shootings and stuff. I mean, in the news, like, so I think many don't react, but now they are all times of the day. There were young people on a lit area where they have football training, and the parking lot beside where they were doing those kids where one was shot to death then, and they shoot family members. They what is going on? Yeah. So I think yoga is needed here, very much so. But that is, I don't have those kinds of fears. Like, I mean, when I think about people, it's just because I know how crazy people can be. I've kind of always known, you could say, but also I haven't even trusted before. But I also, I mean, many people can be mad and also get mad. I mean, from influence from others, even media and stuff, but also from others, like in a group sense, people. I mean, you never know. That is a Buddhist saying also. Maybe your worst enemy, so to speak, if you have those, is the one that will actually help you in a certain critical situation. And maybe your best friend is the one who will like harm you. You never know. I mean, so yeah, people, that's a certain. There is also this saying that this is in the shamanistic teachings though, but that animals, they are the soul of Mother Earth. And then I thought, okay, humans must be like the ego of Mother Earth then, or the egotistical ones, right? Why do we do that to each other? So yeah, I just don't. What do you fear then? You are like secretive who you are still, so you can share that, right? But I think it's all positives actually, the things that have been before. But I guess I have a little bit of a different on look to life in that sense, because yeah, that's kind of the main thing that I try to prevent when I meet people, that they will. I mean, you never know what people are influenced by, and also I'm out there being a witch. How much could that trigger people? Everything I do. So I feel like, well, let's see. I mean, I feel like very calm. The universe. I mean, we continue, I believe, and also I think you can't really. You can prevent to be reckless, but you can't really. I mean, what happens will happen. Have you heard about Charles the 12th? I think he was. I did some research about that sometime, and there were some ideas that he had a magical button on his coat that uh, was that the one who shot. Now I don't remember that even, but it was like saying with him that he couldn't. Yeah, that now I remember a bit of it. That on that in that time, people thought that when it's time for you to go or to die, then you will. It doesn't matter what you do beforehand. You can't even like. And that was like the general view on when that would happen. And maybe that's correct. Anyways, yeah, okay. Anyways, so there was this. Uh, he could only be killed by his own something he wore himself or something, and they did like someone took a button from his coat and made it into a bullet that killed him. Uh, lately, or not lately, later. So beforehand, he was in all kinds of various dangers, but he always survived them. And this myth, or maybe whatever it was, said about him not being able to take out, so to speak, that that grew even more so. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should continue. I'm sorry, burping. The mind and meditation. I can read what chapters are in this one. Um, The mind and meditation, there are many chapters in this. Wow. But I will start doing the Satkriya. I will not just say that I will. 3 minutes, I can do that. Well, anyway. First, it's the mind exists as a servant of the soul, and then basic characteristics of the mind. This is interesting, very much so. And the 3 minds, the cycle of the intellect, the cycle of the intellect diagram, cosmic law of manifestation and being diagram, and the structure of a thought. Yogi Bhajan describes the balanced mind. Yogi Bhajan in dialogue with his mind. Wow, this is like interesting. Okay, I've never seen this. Navigating the inner spaces of the mind. Benefits of meditation, meditation and simple processes. A lecture by Yogi Bhajan. Stopping the mind, prayer and meditation. Pratyahar, a lecture by Yogi Bhajan. Meditation, meditating with silent awareness and with mantra. Simran, the flow of the meditative mind. Samadhi, enlightenment. The Beloved, a poem by Yogi Bhajan. Preparing for meditation, keeping steady during meditation, choosing a meditation. Meditation focus for eyes. Drisht, it's called. Meditation minutes, meditation sadhana, using the gong for meditation, using a mala for meditation. That is like a no, it's not back. So that's like usually 108 pearls, which represent all the various aspects of the goddess. That means like numerous, or yeah. I used to have a mala. I still have the pearls or beans from that that I brought on in Gothenburg in the Tibetan Buddhist Center. I used to always have that on my wrist. I still miss it because it eventually, this thread actually held for maybe 10 years, even more so, I think. It was really, really good quality, but then it broke. So I used to I have to put it into, threads in it again then, and I haven't done that. But I love it. So, whatever. Where was I? White Tantric Yoga, which is harsh, I feel, but I haven't done it. But Yogi Bhajan and the Mahan Tantric and the subtle body, celestial communication, Satnam Rasya. What does it say? Rasayan. Okay, Satnam Rasayan. That's really interesting. Venus Kriyas and Traka. Oh, well, let's see. Tratakum, gazing meditation. All of these are incorporated into also. Hey, Mom, I am me, Alex Franco. Do you say? Hi, whomever you are. Anyways, so gazing, all of this, I think when Gardner had been traveling around, he picked up many of these practices also, incorporated them into Wicca and such, because these are practices used in all kinds of traditions, I guess, also. So, do you have some question, Alex? I'm trying to read from a yoga book. I'm training as a yoga teacher, and I'm doing so many other things. So I'm so slow at reading and doing these things, and I want to continue. So I do it here to get it done. So I will read. Every human being who wants to excel and to develop the character and caliber that upholds the values of the soul needs a direct fundamental relationship to the mind. Mm-hmm. Clear enough, Yoga Bhajan? By conquering your mind, you can conquer the world. Guru Nanak. Yeah. The mind is meant to go for infinity unless you train it to desire earth. Yoga Bhajan. I think both, right? Oh, I think I've been here for like 2 hours soon, so. Anyways, wow. The mind exists as a servant to the soul. We know this. This is just too much to go into. I do tarot cards if you want me to pull some for you. Even I'm a psychic, but I'm a little bit too tired to do that right now. I will do this next time. I hope it will be soon. I mean, continue to read. Oh, I just had to. Hi, there are 3 people here now. Wow. Wow. Yeah. So quickly, I will go to Facebook for no reason. So, yeah. Anyone? I'm done with it, but everything goes together, as I said. All the things that I do and love to do, they go together. So even the tarot and whatever. So anyone who wants, oh, hearts here also. I usually don't get those. Woo! I will give some heart back. I can sit and give hearts here. Isn't that cool? Anyways, yeah. Let me know if you have a question. Maybe I should just pull some general card. I have this one that is a specific weird deck. It's not even images in it. The the blind spot oracle. What you don't know that you don't know. That's cool. Shall I do that? Aradia also that I read. Actually, it was 4 years ago I read that, but when I uploaded it, it seems like I did it yesterday, kind of. But it wasn't though. But, Do you want a card, someone? Oh no, it was 4 people and then 2 left. They don't want it. Okay. I'll pick a card for whomever is here. Maybe some of you too. Maybe if one of you don't recognize what it is for the other one, right? Okay, I will do that now. It's number 39 in this deck. What you don't know that you don't know. Let's see. There are also tattoos in this, like you can patch them on with this sigils of this. Oh, whew. I read so much and now I have to read again. What's up with that? Duplicity. This is the card for you both, I guess. This sigil is the reaction you are having to something. No, the reaction you are having to something is an indication that you are deceiving yourself. As a result, what you show the world is not a true reflection or may even be the opposite of what is authentic about you. Wow. Wow. Okay. As people, when we have decided it is not okay to own and accept and admit to something about ourselves, we tend to transform the unacceptable into its opposite. I need to cough, so I must pause for a second. For example, when a man who is leading a march against homosexuals is gay himself, or when a woman who hates another woman throws a party for her, or when a man struggles so much with his sexual desire and impulses that he becomes a priest and spends his life preaching against fornication. When we are two-faced or hypocritical, especially when we don't realize it, or if we are extremely polarized in any way, we may be falling prey to duplicity. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, now there are 3 people here. So, in some way, whomever this is for, then, if you have extreme, these black or white things, if you're drawn to a specific side, maybe that actually mirrors that you have a lot of the other perspective that you may judge. Okay, yourself, if you look into it, like In research done in 1985, female participants in a study who reported high levels of sexual guilt as well as disapproval of erotic imagery reported low arousal response and even repulsion to everything in this book is not about this kind of thing, by the way. But anyway, even repulsion to erotic images when they view them. However, the devices being used to measure their physical arousal at the time reported the exact opposite of what they said. They showed the highest level of arousal when exposed to the images of any of the participants. Yeah. Harsh judgment of other people and things, as well as our desire to set ourselves at the opposite end of the scale and prove, sorry, I don't almost see you, and prove we are nothing like that or have nothing to do with it, offers often points to an insecurity within ourselves. For example, if you are insecure about being a selfish person, you are likely to rant and rave against selfish people and do everything to be a leading example of a selfless person. The things that you oppose need not necessarily be inherently negative, simply things that, whether objective, objectively good or bad, you have experienced them as personally unacceptable and shameful. Since you got this sigil, whomever you two are, it's for you. You are avoiding an insecurity that does exist within you and are both denying and disguising it by taking the polar opposite position. Whoa. So something you judge you yourself are, but you won't see it and you will deny it. But that's what the card says. So what is it now? Do anyone want to share? We can have a little talk about that. Or a little tattoo about that. How interesting. But no one here is talking, so maybe I should go. I don't have the energy to read more. Maybe cards I could read. I mean, this was a card you read because I can't like describe the sigils, but others images on cards I could describe, and then I don't have to read in that way. I could just read an image. So if anyone have an additional question or questions about anything, I could chat with you for a little bit longer since I'm so speeded by the coffee. Hi. So tell me, persecution, what is it? Because this card was for both of you. There is something you judge that you yourself are. So what is it? I've learned this strange thing also in my life. I've mentioned this many, many times, but maybe you haven't heard it still, that I believe is true. I'm not certain, but I've experienced it this way, that every time I judge something, I happen to like find myself in that position somehow. You know, a friend I met the other day when we were younger, she had an abusive boyfriend, and she asked me to come and like protect her because she was afraid he was like outside screaming and being drunk and climbing on her, fire stairs and whatever. And I was really cocky at that time. Anyways, I still I couldn't understand why does she allow him, like. Anyways, so I went there, slept there, and yeah, we didn't let him in, and I was not afraid. I was just mad at him, like, but we didn't open though. But still, the other day after I had been there, he called and she was talking with the smoothest voice to him, and I remember how hard I judged her then, not to her. I didn't say it to her, but I really judged her harshly because she was like, "Hi," she was talking like so softly. "Oh, do you want some pancakes?" Like, and I thought, who were you talking to? They called. Oh, it was him. Like, I will make him some pancakes instead, so if he will come here eating. And I had like going. I mean, it was I'd had like to travel there, to stay there, and then she would like invite him in. Not that I felt that I did such a sacrifice, rather that why do you want this person? Like, no, no, I don't think so. She was really afraid of him though, but she was also, when it comes to those kinds of, oh, now it rings in my ear. Maybe it's all the coffee, but I will tune in also if there is a spiritual message. But I think she's a very sweet person, very, very sweet. And she never asked for anything really, but I think she was so duped. I mean, Gaslight, you know about that, right? There is a series starting about gaslighting. There's another series I think you need to hear about. I will see if I can find that right. I watched this. It's not a good series, but I don't know if you can check in Swedish TV. This one. This really goes for certain things I know about. Who doesn't always get exposed though? It's not a good series. I just regretted watching it because it was so bad, I felt. But then the last what is it called? Uh, Chapter, whatever. No, not no. Well, whatever. The fourth of these four, whatever, in the series. At that point, I started to understand. Oh, that's why I'm watching this, because, yeah, things like that do happen though. But anyways, gaslighting. There will come a series also about that. I don't know if that is a good one, but anyway, she lost her. I mean herself, you could say, yeah. And after that, quite recent after that, I think I happened to get into a similar situation where I stayed and protected the other person before myself. And I mean, I hope I would never do that again since then. But yeah. So I just feel like that is one example, but there are many that I have judged someone and thought, "What, are you crazy? Why do you do this?" Like stuff like that, and then suddenly, I happen to find myself in a situation like that. So I think judging is sometimes, yeah, we have something to look at within ourselves when we do. It's not that we shouldn't be aware of facts and stuff. Judging is something else. It's like when you just degrade something, you may not even understand what's going on and stuff like that. So, and I think sometimes it doesn't come back as quickly as it have been doing for me. So then maybe if we think that we live in life several lifetimes, you get that lesson or whatever, another lifetime, not as a punishment, but like something we have missed to understand, like, so, like about ourselves. But so what are you judging? I need to understand. There are 3 people here now. Yeah. Woo. What are you judging? Me. Why? No. No, but what do you have some example? Maybe we can figure this out. Maybe you understand it yourselves. You don't have to share it. You don't have to say it. But I think it's a good thing to, good. But there is a good thing to look into, because we usually know what is like our primary pet peeve. Like, it doesn't have to be in that minor way. There are like certain things that irritates me that are very just uninteresting. I don't even judge them. I just dislike certain things when people, yeah, do certain things or so. But and that is not what this card, I think, wanted to share. Yeah, it was beeping in my ear. Maybe I should tune into that as a message, like a psychic message to someone. Maybe. Let's see now. This is a message I get to several people, actually. I think maybe this is for myself even, or maybe for someone of you, hopefully, because it's uninteresting for you otherwise. But I mean, to read in all your books. Do any of you have like a lot of books? You should. There is like a push to read in all of them. I should actually give my many things that I have away. I think like that. I have how many? I mean, I have so many books, and I thought to give them away, but I want to some of them at least, but I want to read them first, and I don't have time to read them. So yeah, and I can't constantly get new books that I find that I feel that I absolutely need to read, but I don't do that. So yeah, loads. Yeah, you really need to start reading them. And the thing is, even those, that is the thing also with, I always read books though. I don't read novels or stuff like that. Not romance. Romance is not the way. Not, what are they called in English? In Swedish, they're called romaner. Like, Well, anyways, I don't often read made up stories because I feel like that one I could write my own if I wanted to. But books where you learn stuff, practical books like that, I have a lot of those. Yeah. Yeah, that is the thing also here as well. Here we sit now. So, what book will you start with? Give me an example. I will start with, I have a whole drawer with, I don't know how many books is in there. I organized them actually, but they are, I mean, those kinds of spiritual sort of books, let's say. There are, I guess, like hundreds maybe. And then I have a shelf of sorts where I have food. I don't even cook anytime, but I have like cookbooks and books about foods, lots of those, and one huge about wines. I don't know when will I read that, but also I have exercise, like training, specific like very in depth training. I mean, when exercise books, like where you learn all the muscles, all the exact things, and whatever. Why will I ever? But maybe I should do that. Yeah. But usually I go into the books that I find most interesting right now. That I have could you implement like today, sort of those kinds of books. So I have books more so like um books that I look into when I need to check something or something like that. That's mainly all my books, aside from all the tarot cards, which are books in themselves, you could say. So, what book will you start with? Also, I have a lot of books from some authors that I really love. As for the Munaki, I have all of I think all of, maybe not, maybe it's one or something that I don't have, but I think all Alberto Villoldo's books. Haven't read all of these, but most of them I have actually read because they are kind of practical. You can use them, but yeah. I mostly like factual books, yeah, but I read about 15 of my brother's Warhammer series. Isn't that like a Nazi? Now I have to Google that. Warhammer. I've heard about that. So it feels like it's not your brother who wrote it. He have them just. Otherwise, I could figure out who you are, right? Series Henry Cavill. All right. Maybe it is your brother. I have to look. He looks sweet. I shouldn't look on him though, but Henry Cavill to star. Okay, there is also a film or TV. Yeah, that's why I've heard about it. Is it like on Netflix or something? It feels like I've seen some commercials or something about this recently. Yeah, I haven't actually read a lot of those kinds of, because they can give so much if you read them, and when you come across certain books, I feel that that's meant to be though. But who wrote that book even? We'll see. What? Miniature wargaming, yeah. So you're a gamer. Why doesn't it say? Yeah, let's see. Why is the series called Warhammer? A Sigmar, founder of the Empire, wielded a mighty dwarf-made Warhammer from which the name of the Warhammer Fantasy setting is derived. I don't even see what kind of what he's called. Maybe you know though, or you know. Aliens of all sorts. Okay. Let's see. I mostly like great fun, witches, psychers, space marines. Oh gosh, everything. The Horus Heresy series. Okay. I've never gotten into that because also I don't have a hard time concentrate. You know, my brain is like this. I discovered that once. When it comes to stories like that, made up stories, I can rather listen, but also then I get distracted. But rather than reading, because if I read, I can read one page or two. No, not even one. I get distracted 13 times during one page. I mean, my mind goes away somewhere. And so once I was doing the dishes, having a book on the like where beside where I did the dishes, and I was singing to some song that was on the radio. And then when I did these three things together, then my mind could concentrate so I could read like easily without losing focus on the book, which is odd. So, but even without coffee, that was, yeah. So those kinds of things I've never really read, but I think I would enjoy them. And probably it would be super great for my mind to just dive into, like, detach in a healthy way from everything else. I'm not very serious. I'm like humoristic like that, but and mainly happy all the time. But I also I have a sense of not urgency, but a sense of purpose with everything. And sometimes I feel I really need to be purposeless. I'm not saying those books are, because you learn all the time. Whatever you read, a lot, you learn a lot. But I think the to relax this whole hyper focus on purpose all the time, because I always feel like everything is very important, kind of, and it would be cool to just do something just for the enjoyment of it, so. But anyways, I will fly away. God, you see if I do this with my arms, yeah? I do it with like wings with my arms. I'm so silly. Oh, I have to do something practical now. Everything is important, even to like clean. I dislike it. I think I must have been a queen of swords or something in my previous life, because I really want to have a servant. Are you up for it? I really need that. I need to trust that one also. That will be a problem. But I mean, yeah, I feel that would be totally natural for me if the practical, mundane things were done by somebody else. It feels like that would be in a natural way. Yeah. But then again, I have to do it. Oh, yes, of course. Lovely, lovely. Come on then. Oh, yeah, that would be a happy life, because yeah, I really dislike it. But then again, it's not that I dislike it. I like it if I have space and time. I can really enjoy it, but then I like dive into something else and get distracted, so I don't even continue that. But also I feel like, when should I do it? I know I don't even. People have routines and stuff. I don't have those, and it gets a little bit overwhelming. But yeah, yeah, you like that, right? Wow. I also like when I have space and calmness. I do things very slowly also. Maybe that's why I have so slow metabolism. But I mean, I don't like to rush. I hate to rush. So people who are very much do things a lot, like you, for example, like probably you are quite efficient and quick, I guess. Then maybe many people are who love to do things like that. But I like to, like, if I should move something, I want to touch the fabric of the paper and feel the smell of the, not negative smell, scent, you could say, then, to make it sound better. I just want to enjoy the process, like in a sensual manner, kind of. I can't rush these things. I get like unhappy if I do. If I try to just get things done without the pleasure of doing them, then I get sad. I don't like that. Yeah. within reason, like, yeah, because yeah. Yeah, I get stuck because I like that so much. That part of I could like ASMR clean, that then I feel happy if I can clean that way, or like like meditative cleaning. Like you take a little bit and you just enjoy the process. Otherwise, other people get super annoyed. It never gets done. Yeah, fixing things. Yeah. Yeah, it would be also a good thing. I can see things that is needed, and really the thing is also very disturbing. I mean, I have to change this way of behaving because when sometimes it just take 10 minutes and I can wait half a year to do something. I mean, why? Why? I realized it when I've done it eventually that this was easy, but it stresses me a little bit until then. Yeah, people like that. Many people like that, I realized. Uh, I don't know though. I think I get too chatty myself if I would. I think, I mean, I'm generally not drunk, but if I would be, I think I would like start calling people or something strange that I would regret or something rather than focusing on. If I was tiny bit, maybe it would be a little bit more fun than just I maybe should do that, but I should not eat sugars and such. But if I would, maybe I should have that like a reward. No, actually, one of my friends, we started the other day until the inevitable accident or breakage. Yeah, right. And when you fall on the stuff and you wake up and it's not so much clean, but then it feels good though. Clean. I mean, what I like to do is like have some good music on, but usually since I love that slow kind of thing, I like to have like meditative music rather if I do stuff like that. Some people like hard rock or something to get it quickly or efficiently done. Oh no, I don't like that. I want like I want to have like the most relaxing environment because it stresses me in itself. But yeah, maybe I should try that though. But yeah, me and one of my friends, I'm going to fix or buy a. I think I have one, but where? Since I don't clean a mess. I have those measurements things. She says that I should measure myself. I hope no one ever does like those kind of. Not that I dislike myself. I'm not saying, but yeah, could be in better shape. Um, you know, she says that I should do like she's really, really trained. I do this thing. I shift personal trainers. I have quite a few juggling them now. I listen to no one, but she is like also super sweet. But now she said I should like measure my upper arms, the chest, and the navel, and the thighs and calves. What? Each of them also, right and left. I thought I should send her my like neck um, measurements too. No, I don't think they care. I mean, she cares, but what? And then I feel really also. I hate. She's like those athletic persons. She's like, uh, I don't have a lot of that fire winner thing. I don't care. I could let everyone win. I don't want to even compete. I don't care. And she's the opposite. She is very focused and competitive, and she loves to push herself, and that I hate to push myself. So yeah, I don't know how this will go because she said after a while when these measurements have been less. I mean, this is for the health reasons mainly, but when you take measurements, then you feel like you need to or you want to get in shape also, not only for the health, right? Oh, I don't think I will like that, but I will do it though. I mean, I appreciate that I can like have that support also. But yeah. Anyways, after that, I've been like 1 centimeter or so on have gone away, which will be like tomorrow if I don't like overeat, but it goes quick in my case. Anyways, then she says I will have to start doing some exercises and stuff. Shit, she's hard. I mean, she's tough. She's like, I love this also yoga and stuff that is soft, and she's not like that. Oh, I think we will see how it goes if I will listen even, because I guess I will uh, have some protests, but I still want it, pulled in each direction. Yeah, maybe I could do that drunk. Can we just can we just take a drink before we exercise, like, or something? Wow. But it would be so fun. Have you been like athletic sometime, or are you? Because I mean, I would love the feeling. It's not like how I look or something. I feel quite content as long as I don't have any pains or so on. I am pleased with myself, although I could absolutely, in all kinds of ways, be in better shape. But I mean, yeah, I'm too old to obsess about that. But I like myself as I am. But at the same time, I would love to feel how it is to be like very strong and very have the strength to go out like a run, or how fun that would be to feel that strength. It's not to like perform or uh, like, everything would be easier also to do if you have a lot of physical strength, right? Even like spiritual work would be, you have more energy for it. Like, but yeah. Have you been athletic sometime, or are you maybe? But I really need to change this, because sooner or later I will get sick if I continue to not take care of myself physically, as if it could be ignored. If we ignore that part, we don't stay here for long. That's for sure. That is one thing I should be afraid of, but I'm still not. But I mean, I'm my worst enemy in that case. So brisk walk every day, 20 minutes or 30 is great for keeping on top of things. Yeah. But then I also love to go walk slowly and enjoy each step. To walk quickly, whoa, then the whole enjoyment of it just goes away. I also love, as I said, Ayurveda, and Ayurveda says that you should do 50% of your capacity, and then after a while 50% is quicker. I hate to push myself, but maybe at least I could walk. I put 10 Milos on recently from Homebrew. What is this? From Homebrew? I don't know what that means, even what you say. Have you been brewing something at home? Milos, what it? Oh, that is like miles, you mean, right? Homemade beer. Ah, yeah. What do you mean with 2 miles? Yeah, that you were like walking 2 miles on homemade beer. Kilos. All right. Oh, you put on 2 kilos. Wow. All right. Yeah, yeah, that's not also the most healthy. And the bad thing about me, because I had all my whatever reasons I thought I had anyways, to like, oh, I have some water here now. I see, God, I want needed that. I'm so overheated. But I had some things, as I said, that I, since I was a sugar addict or food addict, since as far as I recall. And then I've gotten sick, and then I had to like straighten myself up or die. So I have survived then, and it's really a calorie. Yeah, I know that, and yeah, but also the thing is, the thing for me now is so silly nowadays, because it's not hard to not have those stuff. It was previously, it was like I was heavily addicted. I mean, really, also mentally or psychologically, but also physically. But now I know exactly how to get out of this stuff, like sugary. I mean, then. Uh, and in a smooth way, I only feel better if I ignore it, and I don't even think it tastes that good. And there is nothing in it that actually pull me towards it. And since I've been out of it so many times, I know how to. I know good, I mean, good alternatives and so on. I think it's just the habit itself that feels like it feels a bit safe because I've always done that. And not only that, actually, it's also, I think, the whole, because you have when you are larger, you have like almost an armor around you. If you get thinner, I felt like that in a ways when I was thinner. I felt like my armor was gone, like everything came so close towards me, sort of. Yeah. I do some things to stay in shape within reason. What are you doing then? Oh, I wish I did because I'm so out of it. Now it's sunshine here. I should actually get going. I should get myself in sort of shape and go out at least. I mean, in shape, I mean like put on some other clothes and bra and stuff. I sit and relax here and maybe makeup, such things. But what do you do then to keep in shape? But I know myself so well, as if I push myself kind of at all, I have to enjoy everything I do or I will not do it. So if I push myself even a little bit, my whole rebellic side will protest and I won't do it. Like, so yeah. Some weight, cycle a bit, walk a bit, yeah. But you need to have you kind of, or I rather, I need to find a structure to do those things. I've tried to start, and as I said, I have a lot of information. It's not that I don't know how to, kind of, but it's about the routines, I think. Also, I I mean, I don't have any routines. I change them every day, and I absolutely love that. But it becomes a little bit chaotic life. I mean, you can't build, you know, strength or those kinds of things that needs regularity to kind of lead somewhere. Mm. So, but yeah, I for sure need to start doing those kinds of things. I actually enjoy that too. Dancing, I love to do very much. But I love to do everything as long as I don't push myself because then I get mad. And I also know people who, maybe you are like that, they get out of stress by being active, doing things. And I freeze myself. I'm not one of those, you know, I get all still. That's how I handle stress. And if I then do active things, physical things with my body, even moving at all, then I get even more stressed. So I just turn everything off, like tune out, sort of. And so when I start to do certain exercises, even in a small manner, I think that's why I don't like pushing myself, because I'm like, I'm kind of heated in many ways. When I was younger, I have this. I don't have. That is strange. I don't have the pitta when it comes to Vata, Pitta, Kapha in Ayurveda, which is the fire energy. I don't have that in my nature, so to speak, my basic nature. But maybe it's because things I've gone through, what I've done. I am 6'1", usually around 95 kilos. Okay. Isn't that like great? I don't know what 6'1" is, but I can check it later. But yeah. Anyways, I get so mad. I get really, really angry. Like I get like you know, explosive is what I get. I get so not sharp in the way of very intelligent. I get like so, yeah, like a firecracker kind of thing. I want to like punch people, or I have this. I'm not an aggressive person, but as long as I've dulled down with sugars, anyways. And I think when I get that out of the way, that aggression, whatever it is that I push down without actually being aware of it, oftentimes, then I could maybe push myself even physically. But now I get angry for the minor things. Yeah, 184. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but that is not so bad, right? It depends. I mean, if you do muscle training and kilos, as she said, she's very into. She have a lot of knowledge. This woman that I will do measurements shit, she doesn't even want the weight because it actually does not say a lot. You know, I think 5 kilos of muscles, rather like this, 5 kilos of fat is 5 times, no, maybe not 5 times. I don't remember. Maybe is 5 times bigger than 5 kilos of muscles. So I mean, it really, I understand this whole thing, why it's about the measurement, but then again, you have to exercise suddenly, aside from just getting on the scale. I mean, it does show something though, the scales, and yeah, yeah, I should. I mean, yeah, the mass, yeah. I mean, it takes away from life really to not take care of your body. I mean, that's really something to enjoy. How can you even enjoy life without your body? It's like there to enjoy. So I have to get my mind like straight when it comes to these kind of things. And maybe also this whole randomness of my personality will change because I think a lot of things changes in the brain when you don't have a lot of sugars in it. I know it does. Then I get much more focus and everything. So yeah, in all kinds of ways, it's good. And also when you kind of age, if you say, I mean, I understand that I've been lucky, although I've been terminally ill many times, a few times at least, from my abuse of my own body. um I still think that the longer times go, the older I get. I mean, I realize that this cannot go on, or I invite things that I don't want to experience, like pain. Get some kilo weight you can do, then watching program and music. Yeah, but then you have to know what kind of exercises. I had this, she's called I read about her, maybe on this channel. um a woman lost a lot of weight. I don't even remember her name now. Anyways, there were 5 exercises with I have those with small weights on, like, and I know a few. I also, yeah, my dad laughed at me when I said I could do like push-ups. I've never exercised in my whole life. I'm so uninterested. But anyways, or did on any sport or whatever. Yeah, swimming actually when I was younger, but that is a different kind because you kind of float around in the water, but I was quite good at it. But anyway, so um uh, I just did it on my knees, and he almost laughed his ass off because I couldn't do like one push up on my toes, let's say. But also, to start with, you could actually start against the wall, said that fat woman who's later got fit then. And yeah, I like this whole taking it gradually in steps where you um don't strain yourself. I mean, when you feel you can do it quite easily, but it have to be some resistance. Yeah, otherwise nothing happens. But yeah, and then I did some certain. So you do things for. Yeah, I know a few of those. I should start over with those. Yeah, where you. I can't show you now then, anyways. But where you train all the muscles in the arms, and also I have some actually. I have some leg weights even. I mean that you can put around the wrists, to work the legs. Yeah, they are not too heavy though. But to start with, I did that for a while, like regularly, but now I've just dropped all of it. Uh, yes, or kitchen counter. I prefer. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it would be so easy. Or if you watch stuff like I do, like especially on TV, I don't watch a lot on TV, but now I watch Idol since I saw one who was going to be there psychically. So, anyways, she's super sweet. Um, well, in the poses there, usually I watch several things. So I watch one thing on the computer and one thing on the TV. So when it's pause or commercials, I watch a little bit on YouTube or sometimes, or I mean somewhere. But instead of that, I could do some small exercises. Yes, and I actually admire. I mean, beautiful shapes of the body is yeah, obviously attractive. It could be attractive everything, but I mean, I kind of admire those who have those muscle butts. No, it doesn't have to be the butts, but yeah, that are in shape because it's very beautiful also. But mainly it is for the health. And then the second thing is that I would love to feel how it is to be strong because I've never been. When I was 20, or approximately some years around 20, I went. That's the last time I went to a certain like health check like that, and then they did some, you should be cycling or something, and they should check your whatever shape. And she said, like, you are like a 70-year-old, like, and that was then. And I'm not in better shape now. I can't even believe I'm alive. I get scared when I talk about it. But yeah, I have done my little, there have been some ups from that birth kind of shape, but very briefly and short periods. So yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should I should stop sitting here now and talk then and get going with this. I will inform you how it goes. If I go in the right direction, I won't give any measurements anyways, so that people could. I that my I as I said, I don't dislike myself, but I wouldn't want to see it in like a computerized doll in my shape right now. No, I wouldn't want that. That would be horrible. Oh my, yeah. So yeah, but it can only get better, which is a good thing though. You should be positive. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit stressed about her. She's really thin and like I don't even think that's very attractive actually. And I also know, which is sad. I mean, many of those who are very females anyway, even males actually that I know when I think about it, they usually are super critical about themselves and don't really like themselves much. So I think I feel much more like sexy and hot in all kinds of ways, very warm also. But then, for example, she, which is sad. I mean, yeah, but that doesn't say that I should stay out of shape to just prove a point, right? So I should go. Mm. Sitting like talking like this is not like, I mean, also in Ayurveda, there is like this thing that first hours of the day, like from 6 to 10, which maybe sleep hours nowadays, but since I am up all night almost, but that's when the physical are the strongest, also 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. then. But that's the best times, also at the springtime, but to do vigorous exercise of sorts. The body is the strongest then. And the mind from 10 to 2 during the day when the daylight are the highest, and also the metabolism at the time, the Agni, and the more creative and also psychic and so on, more so from 2 to 6, both PM and AM, of course. But, anyways, so I should actually maybe ignore all these other things, those physical hours, let's say, so that my body gets some attention. I ignore it too much, even if I just did some yoga. That can also be vigorous, actually. But yeah, yeah. Good talk. I hope it gave someone else something, at least to me. Ah, yeah, yeah. But I've done, to my own defense, I've done like other good things meanwhile. I mean, I have developed a lot of other things, but I want to stay here to share those things and all that. So yeah, then I have to take care of my physical self as well. I can't ignore it any longer. And I do love it. So previously I didn't dislike it. I was just not very, I didn't care about it, but I didn't love it. I love it now. So so that's a positive. But yeah, then I should show it, right? It's like having an abusive like partner. My poor body. What am I doing? Yeah, I have to make an excuse to it. Oh, tomorrow is the full moon. Maybe I should do a ritual about this. Actually, I think to like start Walk with headphones. Well, I don't like that because I'm so easily distracted. I like music when I'm at home or clean, which I don't do a lot, but yeah, I like music, but when I'm out, I'm also very vigilant like that. I wouldn't want to not hear. I want to hear everything around me. But also it relaxes me more. It stresses me. I don't want to I dislike having a lot of things on the phone also. I almost don't hear the sound on the phone because if it would be like things popping up all the time, I would be so irritated. I mean, yeah, I want things to be sort of calm, as I said. So, but I like to go out walking if I do it quite slowly. So, yeah. But I should devote these hours because I know for a fact that I have experienced the positives of living in the rhythm of nature, as Ayurveda that teaching comes from. So I should really think about that, to not be into all kind of psychic work, which I do constantly, or mediumship stuff, or whatever, or learning or all other things, or just distracting myself with TV series or being here or whatever. I should actually give that to the physical. Just standing up, I mean, just being on my feet for those 4 hours, aside from sitting down, that would be like, that would be tough exercise for me. That would be called vigorous in my case, I think, maybe. Yeah, I have to go now. Sweet. Thank you for being here. I must stop it right now because otherwise I continue to talk for an hour longer. But I hope you check in later and continue here with me talking about these things and see how it goes. And yeah, take care of you for now then. And I will do that meditation stuff next time again, but more focused. So not the angry version. No, maybe sometime I would. But yeah. Okay. Take care now. Bye bye.